So you've got yourself a drone and you went out and you recorded some footage and you're trying to figure out a way to make your video footage become more interesting. This video is for you. I recently went out to California and I brought my DJI FPV drone with me, and I went to 4 different locations with the vision that I was going to put these clips together with some music and some sound effects and make a video for the other video that you might not have seen yet. That particular video, I actually went over what was going on in my mind whenever I flew the drone in gray sky conditions and how I could make that footage look better just by editing it together later. If you missed that video, I'd suggest watching that one before watching this one. It is linked there in the card, or hopefully I remembered to put it down in the description. Now that you're back from watching that, let's break down what's gonna actually happen in this video. Now that you have all your footage from your different locations, you have to start thinking about how you're gonna combine it together. You can't just upload that up to the internet and expect it to be a captivating drone video. So in this video, we're going to talk about the layout, the music, blocking that footage in, and just overall sort of what goes on in my mind when I'm putting together one of these shorter drone videos, which you'll be able to watch at the very end of this video. If you're looking for more content like this, make sure you have subscribed and let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying this kind of information, where I'm sort of just letting you in my head and how I put together these kind of videos. Now, before we get started, I'm gonna play just a few seconds of the finished video so that you can get an idea what this video is gonna be about at the very end. So make sure you watch to the end so you can see the completed drone footage, so that after you've seen how I went out and captured the footage, what I was thinking when I edited it, you can see at the end how it all comes together. And if you are new here, my name is Sean Oz and this is the World of Oz, where I bring you with me on my adventures, and I also teach you along the way how I create and make them. And now the fun part is editing the footage together. The first thing we want to do is choose the right song. So I'm going to pull up Epidemic Sounds, which I became a member to recently, and I've been using that in a lot of my videos lately. Now with Epidemic Sounds, it will give you a few, like 5 to choose from right off that it thinks you might like, and I usually skip through and just listen to those first. And then down at the bottom you can see the sound wave bars. I'll listen to just a little bit of the beginning because I find the beginning is important to sort of set the beginning of the mood, and I like it to usually start slow and transition like this. But I don't like that drum beat, so we're gonna go to the next one. And you can see the sound wave, that's a really long, casual thing. Don't like that. Now that's tempting. I'm gonna go back to the beginning, because we know we're by the water, the ocean. This might work. There we go. I like that. Then I'll skip forward a little bit, because then I want some kind of change in it later. Maybe. I'm going to download that one. Sort of fun. I sort of like that. It sounds soary. The song is so very important, because if it's something that doesn't have a good vibe or good feel or fit the terrain that you're filming or flying around, then it doesn't typically hold your viewer. So now that we have our music picked out, what I'm going to do is actually bring that music over into my folder for that edit. So I'm going to just bring that music over to there, so it's with my project and those sound effects, and just drag it right there. We're going to open Final Cut Pro back up, and right here, the drone better footage file, I'm just going to bring it right in there. We're going to find that under here, then we're going to find the Gray Skies folder, and there's all that stuff, and then we're going to close the window after we start the import. So now that I have that, you see here I have a break, so I'm going to go right there, and we're going to go back into the music and decide between those 2 songs. What was the second one? Okay, we're going to go with the second one because I like that it has more breakdowns and different speeds of that song, so I can add sound effects and stuff. So right here, we're going to listen to that. Okay, so I'm going to just backspace it half there and start it right there. You can see that line? So I'm not starting it right at the edge, I'm starting it right in the middle. And then we're going to put our cursor right here, and we're going to go to the FPV footage. I like to sort of open up with it taken off. That's just sort of my thing. I tend to do that on a lot of videos. What you're going to notice is I'm going to be jumping around between all the different clips, choosing different sections to sort of make the flow work together. And this button right here inserts between clips. And I usually like to keep the sound just a little bit at the beginning. And we might actually have to let's just play it with it full sound. Now see, that didn't work. Right here, we're going to actually cut that. We're going to go back just a little bit to that sound there, drag the bar over, get rid of that one, and here we go again. That's better. Okay, so right about there, I'm going to put a little marker, which is M on Final Cut Pro. Pull this out here, and let's watch it again. And start the footage. That's good. Now, it's easier when you don't already have an in shot right behind that. If you haven't seen the actual full video that I'm editing this for, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, click the bell notification, or just go under my video tab. It should be right after this one. I want to keep the first few shots around this area. I am more of a beginner / intermediate FPV pilot. I don't do a whole lot of freestyle. I'm trying to just get smoother and smoother, and I'm finding that I'm just now really starting to get smoother, but there's still quite a bit of footage that's not good enough to just make one complete clip from start to finish. So I do chop my stuff up for these smoother sections. What I try to do is make sure that I don't just go straight from like where we started right here, skip that little transition, and then go right to here, because there's not a big enough a gap or change of scenery. So I'll put a little marker that I know I did this one, and then I'll skip a little bit ahead, and I think we're going to find something that sort of shows the location next. So we're going to skim through. You can see I can just scrub through. Let me see how that looks. We'll just start it out of the ocean, turn around, and come back around to there. And let's try that. Now I've got to decide. I cut there right at the sound. You can see the sound right there, it just peaks. I've got to decide if I want to do it that long or if I want another clip. So I watch it again. I like that. And that would be the cut if we're going to cut it there. Let me watch it again. And I do this a lot. I put it in. Sometimes I'll remove it completely and try a different clip. Okay, see that little wobble right there? I don't like that wobble, so I am going to take that out. Since it turns here and it shows that wall, so I'm going to look for something closer to that wall. Okay, sort of like that right there. Let's try that. I don't want that turn transition. I want to get right there where hopefully it's smoother. So let's see how that looks. Oh, okay, I don't want that. See, because you look at the audio, I want that to start right there. So we're going to look for something else to use before that. Okay, that's sort of cool. I like that. There, we're going to cut it, take the audio down, and watch that. Okay, so I don't like that, so I'm going to try moving those two clips. I don't think that works either. And I do this with every drone video, every vlog, every instructional. I go back and forth and try different clips at different parts, editing them down just by the minuscule little part just to get them to fit right. So I'm scrubbing around looking for the next possible clip. That is a cool shot, but I don't think that's the right spot to put it. Okay, sort of like that. That's sort of cool. Let's try this. Now you see it's too long, so I'm going to watch it. I looked away. I do that sometimes too. I'll look away and be like, oh crap, I missed it. Okay, so one thing I noticed I didn't like was the end of this one. It gets a little wobbly right there. So I want to stop it right before that wobble. Like going back just a little bit. I'm going to cut that. Before I take it out, I'm going to put a marker right there so I know where it needs to go. Take that out and hope there's enough in front of it that it looks smooth. In that instance, I have to pick and choose because it starts out, the transition's a little faster than it slows down, or do I want that wobble? I also need to cut into this a little closer, stopping right there. You can see the bottom of that pipe is right at the bottom of the screen, so I'm going to cut right there, get rid of that, and I know this is the spot I need to move it to, and we're going to move it to right where that yellow line is right there. Let me watch that again. Okay, much better. And let's see if this longer clip can play. I don't want all my clips this long though, but this one's okay, I think. I wish it was faster. I wish I was flying faster though. That to me is too long because of the speed of the drone. I feel like that just sort of drags and it sort of loses your attention. So I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to listen to the beat of the music and figure out, maybe I can cut it about halfway. And I'm going to actually cut it right there at the beginning just to get it to a better angle. There we go. Because I like that movement like that. Okay, here we go. And I think we're going to cut it at this next beat. Boom, right there. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. And then we're going to go back up here because I'm trying to keep the opening sequence at the same location for a little bit. We're going to move to a different location in a minute. I got about 3 minutes worth of footage I can put into this to make this final video that you're going to see at the end of this video. I sort of like this. Let's try that. And there's the pipe again. So let's put that in and see how that looks. And I don't have to watch that whole scene, so I'm just going to back scrub a little bit. See, I don't like that. I think I need something lower to the ground. I'm going to scrub through. Okay, that was actually sort of cool. Okay, see how it sort of goes up all of a sudden? I'm going to put that in there, but I don't think we're going to use that whole thing. I'm going to drag a little bit back and turn the audio down. We'll see how that looks. Okay, I do like that. Okay, so that's where the next cut is, down here on the music. Okay, so I am going to cut it there, but I think I'm going to go a little further, right to there. So that means I've got to drag this so that that matches with the yellow line. Get rid of this and watch that again. Ooh, I like that. And when you're flying closer to things, it seems like you're going so much faster. So let me watch this transition. Okay, I like that. It was sort of just moving slowly. This is a good longer one. You can see that it was really close to being right, and we're gonna just bring it a little over and make sure that's smooth. Oh, it was. Good. So now I'm going to jump in and find a shot from the next flight location. I'll come back to that. I'll probably use more from that, but right now I want to start mixing it up a little bit. And I want to start with sort of this spin. If it's not too fast, I think that could be a nice transition into it. So we're going to put that in. Okay, I think we're going to start with it back to show a little more land. Okay, so I don't want the road there, so I'm cutting that much back out. And try it again. Okay, don't like it. I like it, but I think that'd be better somewhere else. I know I got a low flying shot somewhere. Here's one right there. Starts out a little higher and goes lower. Oh, I like that. You can see how long that is. We're probably not going to use all that. Okay, so right there. See how I judged the rock right to the corner there? I'm going to cut that part out and try it again. Okay, that's pretty smooth. I do wish it was going a little faster here though. Okay, I'm going to let this one play. Boom, right there. Okay, that actually works, which is cool because it transitions into a more upbeat part of the song now. Let's go ahead and find another cool clip. Oh, there's a nice cool low one. I think that could be pretty cool. So let's cut into that. And do we want to maybe use this whole thing? Don't know yet. So let's go back to the beginning. And I do that too. I will add those wave sound effects and other things after we get everything laid out. Start the footage. Okay, I'm gonna make the audio of the drone a little louder. And I'm gonna fade it out. Pretty pleased with it so far. So I just put a marker because I know I want to put sound effects of the ocean right there. Okay, so right about there is where I'm going to cut it because that transition sort of worked. If it was the same spin, I would probably leave it, but we're going to cut it out and see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. So this is a really long one, but it's a pretty smooth flight as it goes up, and I want to cut it somewhere around here. Boom, that would be one cut, so I'm going to put a marker. Yeah, and then it gets wobbly there, so we're going to cut it at that beat. And cutting to the beat is key, man. Like, if you're cutting at weird beats, it really takes the viewer away from it. So this whole process that I'm doing that you're watching right now is me finding the correct song, jumping back and forth from the different flights and the different terrains so that they do work together, and then making sure we choose the right kind of action in the footage to go with the right beat of the music. I mean, there's no really right or wrong way to do this. It's all feel, and this is just sort of the way I feel for this particular one. First, I'm going to go ahead and block everything out because I find if I block it all out, I get a good flow, then I can add sound effects, and then if I want to tweak the color profiles, I can at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything blocked out right now, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Now I've got everything blocked out. I've even added some of the sound effects. I did put some birds in because I noticed as I was flying around, there was one spot with a bird flying that I did not notice at the time. So as you can see in this scene, there's a pelican that flies across, and I put in a bird sound. It's not a pelican sound, but here it is. See it right there on the screen? Little birdie. I got the waves going, and they fade out because I just don't want them going the whole time, and the music's picked back up. But I'm so close to the water, I felt like I'd leave them in. And they don't match the waves exactly, but they give you sort of that wavy sound, right? A couple of overview shots mixed in. And here's where it gets a little different. So I had a bunch of shots flying around the houses a little bit off in the distance, and I needed a way to transition into that because it really made no sense going just from the ocean to the housing, and I wanted to show that the housing was that close to the ocean. So I went with this clip here, and then I go into the houses and then back to the ocean. As you can see, not this one. The ocean fades out. We climb up the hill away from the ocean, cut to the palm tree right as I pass it, into some stuff near the houses. A little higher up to show the houses with the ocean, and just a little bit on the side of the road. Don't fly over traffic. A little bit to show how close the houses are to the beach. And just how many houses there are once you get a little bit further from the beach. And then it transitions back into the ocean. And you notice these clips are much shorter because the music's going faster. So I want to sort of just keep the eye moving, boom, 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 clip to clip, as it fades out back into the end of the other video, which is right after this. And I bring the drone noise back in. I would bring it back down low from high, past where I'm standing, into the end of the other video. Let me know in the comments below if this video at all helped you with my mindset, how I put together and arrange the basic storyline of a drone video. If you want to buy some merch, you can also click in the description to pick up some stickers, t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully this video helped. It is a lot different than what I normally do, but I do hope that at least one of you out there found this interesting, how my mindset sort of puts together the actual edit. I couldn't show you the whole thing because I just spent like 2 hours editing this 3-minute video. That would be a really long video with a lot of dead time. So I did block it together, and hopefully by watching this completed video, which I'm going to start right after I'm done talking, you can sort of see how my mindset was prior to how the completed video was. I'm also going to be posting that video as a standalone, and you can see it in the actual video that I made it for, which is flying your drones when the skies are gray out, and how can you actually get your footage to look better, because when it's all gray and nasty out, it's really hard to get captivating footage. I think in that other video, I show you exactly how I did that. Thanks again for everyone watching this different style video, and I'm gonna get out of here, so have a great day. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.